Okay, we're live. Let's do a quick audio check as always. Okay, we're live. Quick audio check as always. Alright, sounds pretty okay. Hello and welcome everyone. I am Ducky O'Brien and we'll be completing our chemlab build today, or at least we'll be trying to. So my main goal, the big picture goal, is to create an item requester that will give me every item that's used in a printer recipe and then have it restock the supplies automatically. Now I might convert to a thumper build, an auto extractor build, so I can make scrap automatically without having to interact with it. But yeah, by the way, like last night, like whenever I have spare time, I just think about the build before I go to sleep, or whatever I think about. I was thinking about this item requester build last night, and then I was struck by inspiration, and I had like a clear image of how to build it in a very neat, concise, elegant manner, and I went to sleep and I woke up and I forgot it, and I was like, no. So you know, if you guys have that kind of eureka moment, make sure you write it down on a piece of paper or take some, you know, voice memo or something, because dang, I had like a really simple design. I like it's easier to make this than I thought it would be, but then I lost that impression that I had. Oh well. Okay, so today we're gonna finish up the chem lab portion, but we might end up building the whole thing because I still have some lingering echoes of what I had in that impression that I had. Truly a shame. Okay. Let's start building this out. Anyways, hope you're all doing fine this weekend. I've been playing way too much Apex. I'm trying to get better at it, and yeah. I've been slacking off lately. I've been in kind of a rut, creatively speaking. No, not just creatively, just like in terms of motivationally speaking. Like in a little depression there. I have so many guide videos I need to be making and pumping out, but I don't feel like doing anything right now. So I don't know, it's hard to get motivated. I can always do games coverage, but it's turning into a real slog. Oh, what am I hitting here? All right. Okay. By the way, I am so close to 1,000 subs, so I don't know where these subs are coming in from, because I haven't been making a lot of new content for No Man's Sky or Astroneer, and those are like my the categories that the algorithm has blessed me in. So thank you, whoever you are, for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it. Man, when I get to 1K, it should give me a small boost in the algorithm, so I'm very excited for that. Okay. No. Okay, to make sure it covers most of the silo. Again, I really wish there was a more elegant solution to this. Like my idea was that you can have a tether from the auto arm, and you would have two tethers. One is to indicate an input source, and one is to indicate an output source, and you can have multiple. You would simply branch it out like the tethers that you have for button repeaters and such. And basically, by sticking it on a storage unit, it will use that entire storage unit as the input or output, and you would have to specify the outputs and inputs. So once you pull the tether out, it'll only pull in or put out resources to the storage units. That would be way handier than this blue circle, which is not ideal. Oh yeah, see, here's the problem too. For example, the blue circle ends here, right? But it may actually deposit a copper here for some odd reason. So, you know, auto arms are kind of really frustrating to work with. They could be better. I wish the blue circles actually, like, this is where it actually ended, but it might have some overlap. We'll have to take a look at that later, but yeah. Okay, let's see. We have a very simple single conveyor belt. It's not gonna hold for heavy loads at all, but we're just gonna get a basic design down, and then we're gonna improve upon it later. What's up, Matthew Ormond? My bad, I didn't see that message. How you doing? I gotta turn on timestamps. Alright, I didn't respond too late. I'm doing fine, thank you for asking. How are you doing? I'm continuing my chemlab design. Hopefully we just get it done and over with today. So I'm so angry because I had like a clear design in my head last night. As I was laying in bed thinking about this, and then I went to sleep, and now I've forgotten. Like, darn it. You're doing great. It's great. You have finals this week? Oh, best of luck, man. Best of luck. You got this. I'm kind of happy I'm no longer in school, although now that I have gotten older, I kind of wouldn't mind being in the world of academia. Oh, that sounds crazy, but what? No, stop. Alright. Crazy out arms. You kind of like school and you're not in it. Yeah, like I like studying, I like researching stuff, but I like the homework and everything else, you know, not that great. It's not very practical in my opinion. When it gets hard, you want to dip. Makes sense. Yeah, I think the school system in the US could be improved quite a bit to be more practical in nature. But you know, it is what it is. Let's see, is there a way to... Nope. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This... Dude, auto arms are kinda annoying at some point, not gonna lie. Private homeschool? Doesn't sound too bad. A lot harder. That's not necessarily a bad thing. You're gonna grow faster then. It'll be annoying in the moment, but I think if you look back on it, you'll be like, I'm glad I did this. Or maybe not. Who knows? Only time will tell. I don't know what happened, but like, I hate it when you coddle someone you're trying to teach. You know, you're not gonna teach anyone anything by going easy on them and treating them like they're dumb. Then they're not gonna learn as much. It's okay to go a little bit hard sometimes. They're not gonna like it in the beginning, but you know, it does produce results. What I mean is, like, you should treat the student as having the capacity to learn whatever it is you're teaching. Which sometimes teachers don't do that. Tungsten carbide, graphene, graphite, and hydrazine. Frick! Alright. What's up, Bentley? Why don't you use the extended platforms that are designed for auto arms? I'm gonna disagree with you there. It's not really handy. Here, I'll show you why I don't use it. For the single conveyor belt design, sure, I can use it, but it's actually not best for auto arms to use that. Let me pull one out. I only got space for one arm. What if I want multiple? Gotta go. Alright, see you later, Matthew. Good luck on your finals, man. For example, if I'm loading this chem lab, I need 2 auto arms, right? And that's for single stream. If I want to have a faster conveyor belt, I'm gonna have to have more arms. This is just simply not enough. I like how it looks. It's very clean for single arm design, but you know that's I barely use single arm design. Everything I have is multi arm. Like this conveyor belt by Chronic Zombie. It's a little smushed because I need to make space. You know, I need 3 arms unloading and loading at the same time, and then I need arms here. Right, so it's the first of all, you're locked into this weird linear configuration, which you're not going to use all the time. I might want like a side loading 90-degree angle, right? Instead of 180. So that limits my build, the geography of that geometry. Sorry, not geography. And then I'll limit it to 1 arm. So that's no bueno. And, you know, it works for simple designs and it looks nice. It looks incredibly beautiful because it's made for arms, like you said. But for a lot of builds, you're not going to have this ideal layout. Yeah, right? So, let's say I have another one. Let's say, you know... Okay, let's say I want to have a conveyor belt, right? It's gonna be very inconvenient to work with this kind of layout when these are the only 2 pieces you have. It just makes sense to have like a, you know, a small platform per auto arm that way you can position it however you want. Same thing here, like if I want to load this chemlab, there's 2 spots and I want to load it from 1 area. I can't accomplish that with this kind of layout. I would have to have, you know, more storage units here, or because I'm going to have my angles restricted to 180 degrees. And then my loading point has to be doubled and it's going to be really inconvenient. There's a lot of problems with this design, but yeah. And also, like, this layout right now is not the best. Alright, I'm gonna admit it right now. It's not good. Don't use this. Don't use this layout. This is only for prototyping because a single resource stream is gonna get jammed. But you know, you kind of want this sort of layout where there's a river flowing. It's gonna circle back around, and then the chem lab or module will pull from the river. You can do it to divert if you want. If you want to split or merge a conveyor belt, you can do that. And when you have those kind of mechanics in place, it's going to be hard to just use you know, those auto arm platforms. It's not going to be convenient. You can do it, but it's not going to be convenient. That's all. I would like to use a platform made specifically for auto arms, but the design I would need would be like I need to be able to rotate it, like the arm parts, and I need to be able to put on more than 1 arm. If I had that, then I would definitely use that all the time. Also, yo, this game needs some conveyor belts, dude. Dude, it's so hard using auto arms because they're so dumb, you know? They're really dumb. like lacking any sort of intelligent features other than the sorting, which is nice, but there's just so many issues because, like, the auto arm, I don't know how the auto arm grabs the item from the slot, but it like prioritizes a certain slot, so it's not even equal distribution. And then the turn speed is so slow too, so it's like everything about it, it's just like I ain't complaining though. I mean, they didn't have automation in the game to begin with, so I'll take what I can get for sure. I have some problems too with the arm grabbing or depositing. Oh, what's going on there? Okay. So like the blue circle is where it should end, right? But sometimes it just goes way over that and deposits it here. So I've had a lot of issues with dot arms just being really weird. Also, I get this question asked a lot too. A lot of people say, why don't you just use resource canisters instead of silos? Because resource canisters hold more, right? I get that so many times. You won't believe it. But the reason why what is going on right now? Stop this. Uh-oh. Oh, because it pulled this one off. Okay. Oh, Lego dinosaur skeleton. That sounds dope, dude. Sounds really cool. I love Legos. I wish I had the creativity to build my own design, but I don't. I only built from the manual and then I never experimented. I just put it away and made sure it didn't collect dust. That was not how you're supposed to play with Legos, but had a little bit of like a OCD going on back then. Oh yeah, but yeah, the reason why I like silos is that you have multiple input and output. Your bandwidth is increased. It says your bandwidth is limited to how many arms you can fit around the silo. So that's why I like silos better than canisters, which are single in, single out kind of buffers, if you want to use it as a buffer. So it slows everything down, but yeah. Okay, graphene. So I'm a little tired right now, so if I fall quiet for a little bit, it's because my brain just died and it's on autopilot. Oh man. Oh, you know, the mind works in mysterious ways sometimes. I have trouble sleeping lately. I mean, first of all, I'm drinking too much Coke. I learned that caffeine has a half-life. I don't know if that's true or not. Actually, I guess you would have to do multiple blood tests to determine the amount of caffeine in your bloodstream, but apparently there's a half-life. And it's fully... what would you call it? Gone from your system in like 10-12 hours or so. So I think I built up a lot of caffeine in my blood. I've been drinking Coke nonstop. I'm drinking it right now. But yeah. Where is this? Where is the graphene? Forgot how graphene looks like. Oh, there it is. This is graphene? Oh. That's not how I remember it. Weird. But going back to it, man, like, it's funny how... oh, man, like, ego is so strong, you know? Like, the way that your brain works... It's so egotistical in like the most subtle of ways. It's hard to pick up on it sometimes. It's not necessarily a bad thing because, you know, it helps you survive if you put yourself first sometimes, or have that ego acting up. But like, I'm not lying here. I'm not making this up. But like, there's this girl I was kind of interested in, and she lives in a different time zone. So I was staying up, thinking maybe she's gonna message me, you know. Yeah, she don't think of me that way, but you know, I was just like, what if she does? I gotta be awake, you know. So I'm staying up until like 5 a.m. You know, and it's, you know, nothing happens. It just brain tricks yourself into thinking that, you know, it might be a possibility when it's really out of the picture. So you know that's life. Oh, how do I get the brush tool? Yeah, there we go. I forgot it's different now. Is it 0.8? Alright. Smooth this out a little bit. Did I just hear you were a simp? Yeah, you got me, Grape. You know what? I have become what I hated. I'm just a regular simp now. A chimpanzee. I returned to monkey. I will play League. I think it depends on how many game requests I have approved, but I'll play League next week and I'll let you know. If you want to play it together, let me know and I'll try to get in early. Like, that's a convertible. I don't know where these memes came from. I'm too old. The current memes aren't that funny anymore. You know, memes were simple back then. In my day, memes were just silly. And everyone could relate to them. But now, like, memes are, like, weird. Back in my day, I used to walk uphill both ways to school. Alright. I am noob at League. I am only decent at Dota 2 and barely decent. I'm like I used to be a 3K player. I could hold my ground in 4K for unranked back in the day, but now all these players are so good. Do you remember Lemon? Like from Adventure Time? Lemon Grab? What's his face? The guy goes, unacceptable. Unacceptable. Like that guy? I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but that's what I think of when I hear Lemon. The meme. I think of Lemon Grab from Adventure Time. I don't know the lemon meme you speak of. From January 2019, it's a specific date. No, I don't. I don't have that good of a memory. Oh, it's just too big. It was just a stock photo of a lemon? Really? Why was that a meme? How did that turn into a meme? I'm curious now. Hold on, let me look this up. A lemon was a meme? Lemon meme. Oh, it's literally a lemon. Interesting. Lemon car. The heck? I don't remember seeing that. Hmm. Yeah, you can take a pic and it'll be a meme these days. Yeah. I think by far the lamest meme for me was when... Was it Skyrim? Or was it Oblivion? Anyways, you know, it's like I was an adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the knee. And you know, that just blew off for like a short bit. Everyone was using it. And then it died because it was really dumb, you know? Like a picture of a wall. I remember the picture of the egg on an Instagram account. It's like, let's make this the most liked picture in Instagram, and it was just an egg. And people are like, let's do it. But you know what? Memes are powerful, you know? They live forever. If you want to get big on YouTube, you gotta use memes. You remember that? Yeah. 2018, everyone said the next year's memes would be better. 2011 was the first meme of 2019. You lied. You said it would be better. So it's just a lemon. The heck, that was the first time that the arm defaulted to this position. Oh, because the platform is oriented that way. That's my fault. Alright, how much more do we got here? Let's see. We got graphene here. Oh my god, we're not even halfway done yet. Is there a way to save space on this? I really don't want to stretch it out in a long line. Let's think about this for a sec. Let's think about this for a minute. Oh yeah, I can make it on this side. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. Sometimes. The simplest solution is clearly the best one. I figured it out, fellas. It's okay. My brain's still here. Some would argue that it died a long time ago, but it's okay. I figured it out. Okay. Do I have space to build out into here? I think so. What's up, Argus? How you doing? Happy Saturday. Listen to this for a second so I can just zone out and do nothing for a little bit. I have this annoying issue. I hate Razer, by the way. I have Razer Krakens, and I bought them for real cheap, 20 bucks or something like that. They're on clearance. And it's the one with the USB adapter, and frickin' the left channel keeps dying, and it's a software issue. It's not hardware. There's nothing wrong with the hardware. Is this creative? Of course not. Of course it is. Of course it is. Kappa. By the way, I don't know if you play No Man's Sky, dude, but for the latest expedition, you can get the Normandy from Mass Effect as a frigate, and I'm like, yo, I want that, bro. It looks so cool. I mean, you can't fly it, which is a little bit lame, but you know, Normandy, dude, Normandy. What is that? Is that hand sanitizer? My boomer eyes can't see that icon. I hate how small stuff is. How is a normal person supposed to be able to tell what that is? My second monitor is kind of far away, to be honest. But yeah, I'm like, is that hand sanitizer? What is that? Your mama looks cooler. Oh, that's it's kind of like a backhanded compliment, a little bit. Yeah, like I want the Normandy. Graphene and graphene. Okay. Sounds dope as heck. I need to go back to playing Astroneer 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, because like 1 hour a week plus just thinking about builds in my spare time is not enough time. Like I've spent, what is it, 30 minutes already? And I haven't gotten halfway through this build. Like there's just too much tedious stuff that I need to do. So I might just start streaming Astroneer on Twitch full time until I finish this build. It's annoying me. I want to finish this right now. I don't want to wait anymore. Your mama's so cool, she has to live in lava. There should be like reverse your mama jokes where it's complimenting your mom instead of making fun of her. Should make that a trend, you know. Okay, diamond. Diamond. A TikTok trend? Get that out of here. I hate TikTok. I hate TikTok so much. It's one of the worst things that happened to the world. I actually wish that when Donald Trump was president, he banned TikTok. It would have been the one good thing he did while he was in office. It's making us stupider as a nation. God, I wish that there were things in place to let people know that this was fiction. So like a good example for YouTube at least is there's a channel called Patty Mayo, which is a cafe emote. Don't get me wrong, there's good stuff on TikTok, right? Don't get me wrong, right? Not all of it's bad, but like Patty Mayo, his channel is like a fake, used to be a fake bounty hunter channel, and now it turned into like a fake cop channel. And I watched some and it was entertaining. It was like good, it was a good, fun show to watch and just pretend it was real, but it was all fake. And then a lot of kids watching it were like, no, this is real, right? They believed it was real. And there's a problem with that because he's not real and everything he's doing is scripted. So that's not how real bounty hunters or cops would work. Like, so, you know, when someone's young enough, they believe everything they're watching is real if you present it to them as being real. And people will do that because it gets more views. If they present something scripted as real, then they're going to be like, wow, I can't believe this happened in real life. And you get more views. And, you know. Kids, man. Why is this hell for review? Kids, man. Yeah. Like it's, so like on TikTok, there were like a lot of trends and people were dumb enough to follow it, but like there was one where it's like if you pour bleach on your eye, it will change your eye color. Now, you know, I guess if you don't know what bleach does, you could believe it. But for, you know, a normal adult who's worked with bleach before, you know that if you put it anywhere near your face, it's not going to be good. You're probably going to go blind. So a lot of kids were trying it, and you know they got sent to the hospital like that. It's so dumb, man. It's like, come on, like why isn't this regulated? You know, you should regulate this. Bleach equals healthy. Yes, yes. You know, maybe just inject it into your body and have it kill the COVID. That's how it works, right? Bonsai kitten. I don't know what bonsai kitten is. That reminds me of the what are those yeah, bonsai buddies. Or like there's like stupid Benadryl challenge where like the challenge is to take as much Benadryl as you can to get high. But the thing is like you're probably gonna kill yourself in the process. And I think someone actually died doing it. I gotta look up the news article to confirm it. But yeah, like, oh man, and it's just like they're doing this for clout too. It's not like it's the blind chase for internet fame and a quick way to get rich and famous, and they're willing to die for it. And I'm like, this is really, this culture that people have created is just really dumb, and it's harmful. It's very harmful. People starting to change the color of their eyes. That's also extremely stupid. Oh, stare at the sun? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna... You know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. You know what? Dumb people will be dumb, you know? You can grow a kitten in a little jar and it'll grow in that shape? Oh, no! So did people actually put kittens in jars? Oh no, that's horrible. What the heck? That's messed up, man. God, I don't want to think about how many kittens were like killed because of that. Oh my god, what? It's a tragedy. How are people so dumb? I know, it's a poor kitten. Okay, I don't understand why this isn't flattening. Look, I don't like cats. I'm a dog person, but I wouldn't wish that on any cat. Okay, seriously something going on here. What is this? Why is this uneven? Whatever. Okay. That's the first time I heard of it, and I wish I never knew that existed. I wish I never knew that was a thing. To be fair, it was a lot time when people on the internet were a lot smarter than now. Oh, that's also very sad to think about. I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb that people are doing all this stuff. They're in a rush. They're in a frenzy to post things regardless of the ethical ramifications, just for like likes on a social media platform that are worth nothing. It's the saddest thing I've seen. The grown adults as well. They're not... The kids I understand, but like adults doing it doesn't make sense. You know, if you put a duck into bleach, it'll transform into a dragon. Amazing! Why don't I go do that right now? Right, diamond, and then hydrazine. All right, I can call it quits here. I'm gonna go stick this on the other side now. Amazing. Oh, you know what? I just thought of an excellent idea to reduce the amount of physical space my build takes up. What if I do like a plus build? Will that work? I'll have to think about that for a little bit. To work. See, I need 8 hours a day for this build. 1 hour a week isn't cutting it. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to streaming it on Twitch if I don't have games coverage. Although I do have to beat Valheim so I can start making guides on it. I got too much stuff to do. Too much. I have to make the Temtem breeding guide. If you put banana into coke for 24 hours, they'll turn into rubber. Yeah, I hate the TikTok hack videos that are clearly fake, and then people do it anyways and make it look like it's real for clout, and it's the dumbest thing ever. It's like clearly not how these things work, and people fall for it. And I'm like, ah, god, what the, just disappointed. That's why I like when I make videos too, and I make my thumbnails, I make sure that it actually reflects what I'm doing. Most of the time, I really hate the way thumbnails are made in YouTube. It's really tough. The red circle or red arrow pointing to something, you know, the highlighted enlarged item, the clickbait. What's up, Jake? How you doing? You missed the last live session. No problem, dude. I'm always gonna be streaming. So you know, I'm gonna be here. Maybe if it's a holiday, I won't. But how's progress? We're doing pretty good. So this is a prototype. It's a single resource stream conveyor belt, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna change this to a multi-resource stream later for the sake of making it faster. But we have a general design up, so basically I'm trying to figure out a layout that will save the most space. Right now I have 6 chemlab resources on one side. I'm gonna put the other 6 on the other here, but I might turn it into like a cross or a plus shape. That way my belt will be longer, but it might take up less space. We'll figure that out later. So I'm in the process of finishing that up. I'm gonna have the resources coming from central storage. They're gonna go down the stream. Whatever needs that resource, we'll pick it up. I did. I'm gonna change it again because basically when I design something, my first build is useless, and then my second one is slightly better, and my third one is usable. So usually for me, it takes 3 revisions until I get something that's usable. So whatever you see here isn't the final product, because I'm gonna find some. Is it a cross or a plus? Both. And then, so what's gonna happen here is that on the back side, forget the MRC, alright? The finished product is gonna be diverted into the rear conveyor belt system, which will go sneak behind here. So if you see this here, it's gonna take the finished product, it's gonna go into here, and it's gonna sneak up, and it's gonna go all the way down, and just imagine some LRCs here, a whole row of LRCs. So the back end is feeding it back into the LRCs, and the front end is pulling it from the LRCs. And if you're wondering how I'm gonna get composite resources into the stream, well, they're gonna be making it, and they're gonna put it into central storage, and then when I need it, it's gonna pull from central storage. So it's a very simple design. It's slow, but it's simple, so anyone can make it. And then the way that I trigger the pull arms is I'm gonna have storage sensors on these. Whatever I'm gonna see what I'm probably gonna stick with the silo because you can put multiple arms to pull and put in resources at the same time, whereas with the canister it's just one in and one out. But I'm gonna have storage sensors here, and when these are empty or not full is better, it'll trigger the pull arm, and the pull arm would put it in the resource stream, the conveyor belt, and it'll just keep going until they pull it out here. And then what's going to happen at the end is, in case the arm misses it, I'm going to have this snake back this way on top here, and then it's going to feed back into, or actually no, I take that back, it'll be easier. I'm going to have a snake down here and all the way back into the feed line. So if I have any overflow, if I miss it, it'll just go straight back into the LRCs. New holiday Ducky Appreciation Day. Thank you. But yeah, hope you're doing well, man. I don't know if you were joking when you said that you could relate to the character in the game we're playing yesterday, because that character had a terrible life. So if you could relate to that, I was like, oh man, that sounds really sad. But yeah, man, if that's the case, hopefully things work out for you, man. Like, I was just thinking about that. But yeah, yeah. So that's it. That's the build. And then, so what we're gonna do is, next to the feed line here, we're gonna have material production from trade platforms. See, I figured this all out. So it's gonna be, there are gonna be a bunch of trade platforms here, and they're gonna dump it into the feed line, and then the feed line's gonna bring it back into central storage. And then for the trade platform line, I'm gonna have a scrap storage right there, and then I'm gonna have a module to feed scrap into scrap storage. See, it works. It's simple. I was overthinking this the entire time. It's really simple. It's straightforward. But yeah, we're gonna have to figure out other issues to solve, mostly the conveyor belt and bandwidth. But you know, whatever. Okay, let's go. I will have to have, oh, I need another arm for gas. I didn't think this through. Yeah, I gotta add a third arm for gas. It's okay. Ammonium and ammonium, alright. Okay. Oh no! My musical canisters. Okay. So that's the progress we're making. I might go back to streaming it 8 hours a day on Twitch. When I'm not doing games coverage, because I'm like, bro, an hour a week. And, you know, just thinking about the build in my mind mentally during my spare time before I go to sleep is not enough, and I want to build this. I want to finish this real fast because I thought of a super neat conveyor belt build, not a conveyor belt, a vending machine build. I wanna make it. There's like so many moving parts in it that if I can make it, it'll be amazing. Some days it just feels like all the bad things never stop, but you're good today. Oh, that sounds terrible, dude. Yeah. Alright, see you later, Grape. What songs have you made so far? Just the Legend of Zelda theme song. I'm gonna make the Rickroll song. Here, I'll just play it one more time so I can give my brain a little bit of a rest here. That sounds terrible, Argus. Music's pretty easy to make in Astroneer if you want to do it. I gotta figure out a way to do it that saves space. But the easiest way that I did was one canister per note in the song. It's easier to troubleshoot in case you mess up the wiring. I did it the other way where I had a I just had a keyboard. Thank you for saying it sounds good. I had a keyboard and then I had the wiring go to the notes. So I saved a lot of space, but I had an error in the song and it was really hard to debug because it was just a mess of wires. So I gotta figure out a better system. But yeah, I started putting compound down to separate the bars, the measures. And then for the delay repeater, I set 1 as the smallest unit of time in the song, which was what was the 16th note? I forgot what it was. But there are some issues where, like, let's say you have triplets in the song, then, you know, that doesn't fit neatly into the way you divided time, you know? So there's some issues there too that you can't really solve. You can't hold a note for a longer time Although certain canisters produce a note that lasts longer, has like a sustain effect, but you know, you just gotta use what you have. Also lets you play multiple notes at the same time, yeah. Uh, I wish it was easier. I wish you could have like a synthesizer and you just input a series of notes into it and it plays it. I think that's one of my next build projects in the far future. Is like a synth where you can pick like the note that you want, the quality of the tone that you want, and then put in a series of notes via like a board or something. Also, what song should I learn on the piano? What song? Oh, I mean, what's your skill level? What kind of music do you like? Oh, bro, all right, hold up. I really wanted to buy a keyboard. Now that you mentioned it, let me see. Was it Sheet Music Bass? Yeah, Sheet Music Bass. Okay. Yeah, that's the intro to their channel. But I saw like Caramel dancing. I was like, I want to play this on the piano, man. It sounded so good. They had a arrangement of the Coffin song that went to Happy. And I was like, this sounds really good. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, this one. You switch to that time real quick. This I want to learn this one. Just let me just forward a little bit. I like this one a lot. Let me go forward a little bit. I learned he's a pirate? Really? Like an actual pirate? Yeah. Also, if you want like a song to impress someone, you know, like, but that's really easy to play, River Flows in You. If you're Asian, every Asian person knows how to play this song. It's like a meme, it's a stereotype, but it's mostly true. Cause I know how to play the song. And you can learn it. There's a lot of versions. There's a lot of simpler ones, or you can learn the more complicated ones. But yeah, this one's overplayed, you know? It sounds good though. Not heard that rendition before. It's hilarious. Oh, dude, it's I love it. It sounds like OST to some serious movie, but it's just a meme song. But yeah, River Flows in You, dude. This is an easy one to play, and it'll impress people if they don't know how to play piano. And it sounds great. It's overplayed though. Your mom used to play this song? Yeah. It's great. It's peaceful too. Like when I'm listening to it, I actually can imagine like a river, you know? Yuruma is a pretty solid go-to. Has a lot of songs, but River Flows in You is probably the most well-known one. Yeah, like, swear to God, man, I was like, in my friend group, everyone knew how to play that song. Even if they didn't know how to play piano, they knew how to play that song. Have you seen the How to Fake Being Good at Piano video? I think I have. Oh, I've seen a couple of those. I've seen the one where it's like how to fake being good at guitar. It's like play an open chord. Where was I? Oh, I lost track of time there. Okay, there we go. Over here. I have to create two. I have to create two feed belts with this design. That's the one. Yeah, whatever. Oh man, I want a keyboard. Basically that, yeah. There are a lot of there's a really good keyboard that I wanted. My buddy recommended to me, and it's the Roland FP30, and it's a super nice keyboard. And they were clearancing it like 3 years ago, and it cost $400. It's $700 normally, but $400 for this clearance price. And I was like, I'll wait until next time it goes in clearance. And then what they did was they discontinued the model and created a new one. They just basically remade the same piano, added like one letter to the model name, and now it's back to 700 and won't drop. And I was so sad. I was like, darn it. Darn everything. Heck and heck. Okay, hydrazine. Okay. It was sad times. See, when I was young, my parents forced me to take piano lessons and I hated it, but as I got older, I'm like, I actually want to play piano now, and I wish I took my lessons more seriously, because I am a potato now. I don't have that mental flexibility. Okay. You know, one thing I do want to take. My brother is a huge fan of MMA, and I was watching some matches, and I'm like, yo, these guys are insane. They're like getting punched in the head, and they're just still standing. I'm like, bro, how do you, like, if you've never been punched in the head before, like, I haven't. But basically, for a normal person, you just get knocked out right away. It's not pleasant. You're just out. But these dudes are getting punched like multiple times, and they're fine. I'm like, well, how? Anyways, they're like top tier athletes. You haven't taken any lessons, but you've been learning on your own for about a year. Nice, dude. That's incredible. Teaching yourself is really hard. Hope you keep doing it too. Like, being able to play music is and express yourself is an incredibly valuable thing that I wish I took singing lessons. Like, I wish I did all this, because as I get older, I have a lot of moments in time where I'm feeling something and I just want to express it some way, and music is a great way to do it. So if you are taking lessons, or if you had taken lessons, I would brush up on it, you know? To play drums, but I was told to learn the piano first. I did pay attention and didn't end up learning to play either of them. Oh. It's okay. There's always a tomorrow if you want to learn, you can learn today, I mean. If it's something that you wanted to do. Resin and quartz. It's never too late. It's true. It actually is never too late. No. Okay, there we go. Oof. Resin and quartz. I can't grab this. What the? There we go. Yeah, I saw so many videos of like 80-year-old dudes and dudettes picking up weightlifting, and they're super buff. Like, they could bench press me if they wanted to, and I was like, truly, it is never too late. It's never if a grandpa can become more buff than me, I'm pretty sure that you can do anything, you know? I wouldn't say anything, like if your dream was to be a starting player on the NBA, and you're like a small dude like me, like I'm 5'3", yeah, I'm not gonna make it to the NBA. Maybe if I try really hard, I can be a bench warmer, you know? Maybe I can, you know, anyways. But yeah. Some dreams are gonna be harder to achieve. I had to mute my microphone there. My mom and dad were arguing about something trivial. It's because my dad's not in the best of health, and he's trying to work out more, and it's not the best for him to do that. So she's like, you gotta take care of yourself. Anyways, are you planning on building this in survival? Oh yeah, it is. It's gonna take some time. I'm gonna build it next to my original base. I'm gonna flatten out a piece of ground and build an entirely new base built around this idea of an item requester. So the end goal is to have the central storage feed into a printing array, which will print every object on the printer blueprint list, and then have that drop into a vending machine. So my final build is going to be a vending machine where you press a button and the item drops down right on top of you. So, you know, that one's going to be hard. I have to build like a series of ramps, make sure the item slides all the way down. Oh man, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I have some ideas. Got some ideas. One thing I want though, I've been thinking about this, I really want like my own soundproof studio space. I really hate being interrupted when I'm trying to make a video. I just want like a place where no one can come in and interrupt me while I'm working. Just in my own little bubble. Does the view from space just show a massive flat section on the planet where your base is? I don't think it does unless you increase the view distance. Even then, I think it kind of shows a pre-rendered. How do you even drop individual items? I gotta give credit to Astrotime. I forgot his YouTube handle. It might just be Astrotime. I think it's Astrotime8660 on Twitch. But he was playing around and he found a build. Here, I'll show it to you real quick. This is how you drop items. Here. You can make your own build with this if you want, alright? Yeah, I want a studio man cave. I just want an audio-proof room where no one can interrupt me when I'm working. Because I hate being interrupted when I'm working. It's here, this is the thing that he found, right? So make sure you have output enable. What you do is you put in a resource, and then when you put in a different one, it has to be empty, okay? It poops out, so it disconnects, right? So my initial thinking is I'm gonna have a canister here. When you request that item, I'm gonna have it go in first, and then after that, I'm gonna feed it a filler item. Okay, and then I feed in how is my, do I feed in a filler item again? And then I feed in that item again, so it's I reset it. And then the filler item has to be picked up from auto arms and then recycled back into the filler storage. So that's how you do it. So you just put in the filler item, the item poops out. You put another item back in, the filler poops out. You gotta make sure you grab it so it doesn't drop into the vending machine build, and then it's set to go again. So then when you request it, you put in the filler item, the item drops. Now, how you're gonna make it drop is you're gonna have to physically build a series of of ramps. So my initial, I gotta test this out, but do I have like a ramp system built somewhere? I think I was trying it somewhere. Darn, where? Oh, yeah, it used to be here for my slingshot, but anyways, you're gonna have a ramp system. I don't know if there's enough gravity to make it tumble down the ramp. I'm gonna have to figure that out. You have to do it in creative mode. That build is not possible in normal because you can't use true flat in normal, or it's gonna be very hard. But you're gonna have arms on the ramp to grab the filler material before it drops. And then you're gonna make your filler material something that you can't print, so any resource is great. Compound, I like using as my filler, or Astroneer. So yeah, that's it. So kudos to Astro Time. This is a really neat mechanic. I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to make items drop. This is one of the only ways to make it drop, other than it having printed from the printer and drop down automatically. So this is basically for a resource vending machine, which I wanted to make. You know, I just wanted to make a system where I request a resource and it just poops out. So this is a neat way. You're gonna have to have some sort of logic to put in the filler to flush out the material you want, flush out the filler, and then restock it with the material that you want, and always keep it empty. So it's just gonna have some auto arms that only move once every time you request something, and you gotta move it in order too. So there are some moving parts that are gonna be interesting to figure out. It's gonna be a nice exercise. It's gonna be a simple build if you make a small vending machine, and it'll just be something neat, you know? That's what I've been thinking about lately, how to make a vending machine. And I really want to do it. It's the thing, these are the things that keep me up at night, like literally. Just thinking about like, how would I do this? How would I do that? Would this even work? That's why I love streaming, by the way. All the stuff that I make, people come in and they help me by giving me ideas. And sometimes they show me something that I never would have thought of by myself, you know? And it's a collaborative effort. When I was playing No Man's Sky way back, when it when it was starting to get popular on Twitch, that's how I learned to make a stasis device production line. And you know, it felt like I was in an actual community, you know. So I love the Astroneer and No Man's Sky communities. Some of the most wholesome, positive, helpful, non-toxic people I've seen. You know, and I'm coming from like playing Overwatch and Dota 2, which is the complete opposite. Oh god, it's so toxic. So toxic. I don't understand why, you know? It's a team game. It's a collaborative effort, you know? Anyways. Nope. And you do learn the game faster if you stream it. People drop by. I don't like backseating. I hate backseating. I want to learn stuff on my own. But like when I want help and people are willing to give it, that's when, you know, you learn a lot. Do that too, but only getting to grips with the game, fairly new to it. Gotcha. So you've come here to pick up tips. No problem. If you want tips, let me know. I mean, I'm not playing normally, you know, I'm just making a build, and that can be boring to watch at times because I don't like streaming this part. You know, when they say you don't want to see how the sausage is made, you know, that's incredibly true for everything that I do, simply because it's just boring to watch, you know. It's not the most entertaining, and I recognize that. But you know what, I'm okay with that, because it's something that I want to do. Yeah, if you want tips, general tips, let me know. I'd be more than happy to drop as many as I can. Because the stuff that I'm doing isn't going to be helpful for a normal run, it's just for general design. Oh, darn it. No. There you go. Oh, I'll drop one tip. 1 second, let me get the explosive powder out first. No, that's not it. There we go. So if you're OCD like me, when it comes to building your base, you want everything aligned. So the best way to flatten the game, automated gas production line on all the planets in normal mode, I do. It's a very simple build. I just have RTGs and I have just chem labs. Here, I can show you one in my actual save file. Before that, let me just drop this hot tip. I learned this from Exotic Kitten. I think she changed her name to Fun Bun, Grandma Bunny. She's in the Astroneer Discord. I think she's a mod now, but so easy way to flatten the Earth is use the alignment tool. All other resources can be obtained from the trade platform. Yeah, I mean, you can need a chem lab for the composites, but yes, everything can be obtained from the trade platform other than Astronium and scrap. So that's yeah. You don't really use Astronium other than for events, so that's fine. Alright, let me just show this real quick. Alignment tool on your terrain manipulator with a wide mod, and you make a patch of dirt, and then after that you take the alignment tool off and you just flatten it from that area. So you just make a circle here, and then make sure half of your circle is always on this area, and then you flatten it. It's pretty much flat. This is a quick trick to align your platforms, I think. Anyways, sure, sorry for what? No need to be sorry about anything. I just lose track of what we're talking about sometimes, so be sure to... I'll ask you guys what we're talking about if I forget. So what you do is you can see the holograph, right? So you have it packaged, and then you snap it onto the grid, and then when you take it off and unpackage it, it's gonna be at, you know, either 180 degrees or 90 degrees. So it's gonna be, for the most part, the angle, the rotational alignment is gonna be close to perfect. Like physically aligning it is gonna be, you know, a different story, but that's an easy trick. All right, I'm gonna call it quits here. I'm gonna show you my gas harvesting facilities. It's just very simple. And then we'll switch. I'll take a short break and then switch to Nomi and Sky. I love creative mode, by the way. It's a godsend. I'm spending more of my time in creative because I love tinkering around than in my normal save file. When was the last time? April. Wow, that's a while ago. Oh, they nerfed medium wind turbines. I'm so sad. I've never been more sad in my life. Medium wind turbines used to be created from ceramic and glass. So it was the best medium printer. Is this medium printer? No, small printer thing to produce to scrap. It was mad efficient. But now it takes aluminum, so I can't do it anymore. I'm so sad. Phone just died? No problem, man. I'm gonna call it quits soon. Anyways, let me just go to Visenia to show my... Well, Visenia is an overkill one. I'll show 2 of them. Let me see if I have enough hydrazine. God dang it, dude. Always running out of hydrazine. Alright, whatever. Alright. Oh, I forgot to launch to a different planet directly. I forgot, was that Novus or Visenia? I don't remember. Small canister to scrap is a nice production line. Yeah, it's super fast, but it is very inefficient in terms of the amount of scrap you get per canister of soil. That's the only downside to that line, but I like it because it's convenient. I think this is it. Hydrazine? Ah, yeah. Oh wait, this is not it. Darn it, where is my... I guess it is Visenia. I really hate using up hydrazine because I hate creating it. The increased speed thing is also a godsend when you don't want to wait for your base beacon to show up. I hope this is it. I forgot where I built it. Oh yeah, this is it. What's more efficient than small canisters? Almost anything. Small canisters are probably the least efficient thing to build, but it's the simplest and it's the fastest. You can use thumpers, auto extractors, and build anything that uses metal. You're gonna get a higher return, and it'll run forever. And you don't have to gather soil. It does work slower, and it depends on the quality of the resource node. And it's definitely a lot slower, but it's more efficient in terms of the amount of resources you get every time you scrap it. This used to be my main go-to. I'm gonna move this back to Silva, but I had a project to deploy 40k hydrogen on the Solo and blow it up in one go, and I know that very few people have gotten those numbers in a normal save file. A lot of people claim they had more, but I know the amount of time it takes to both harvest that much hydrogen and transfer it. So I know most people are lying when they say they've done more than 40k. I got up to 27k, and the save file will physically not run. That's also how I know if a person's lying or not. They might have done more than 40k over multiple explosions, but not a single one. So this was like the biggest project I was working on, so it took me literally months. I would put this on... I had a system where I would take these and then I would put it on my shuttle with the large silos. I would bring it over, then I would package these up, because then what happens is the silo gets packaged and it shrinks into your shuttle, and then the hydrogen falls off. That would crash the game, yeah. I can load up the save file right now and show you what it looks like. It runs slower than 1 FPS. I was doing it on a live stream where I was trying to do a 24-hour stream. I couldn't make it, so I did 17 hours. I got up to 27k, and when I exploded it, my computer just died. It was the saddest thing ever. So I couldn't load that save file ever again, and I had to stop playing Astroneer for a little bit. So yeah, this is what it looks like for for but yeah, the reason why I did that was I need to reuse the silos. People are like, why don't you just dump the silo? And I'm like, bro, do you know how much titanium I'm wasting if I'm doing 40k? That's an insane amount. So I was reusing that. I'd rather make a packager. And yeah. But yeah, it was the saddest moment. You only need very few though. Here, I'll show you my gas. You don't use a lot of gas. It's very rare that you use a lot of gas. So you don't need to collect a lot of it. So a normal gas farm is gonna be just very simple. Okay, we'll go load that file and then we'll call it there. I gotta remake some hydrazine now. Unfortunate. Oh man. Oh, so sad, dude. You don't understand. You don't understand. Alright, it just looks like this. Just with medium silos, you know? I would have an extra large platform C. I was too lazy to upgrade my Aatrox space. Extra large platform, and then have a lot of medium silos. Just leave it running, and when I come back to its full, I just yoink him and bring it. And it's good for like literally months. Because I don't use a lot of gas. This is the small micro base layout that I use. And you can make it a lot more cleaner now that there are more platforms. This was when I think version 1.0 came out. And this is the layout that I use. It's 1 RTG, 1 oxygenator, 4 medium batteries, 4 solar, 4 wind, and then 1 of each module on the what is this? The large platform Bs. Normally I organize it based on whether or not it's creating something or it's refining something, so that part doesn't matter, but okay, I'm gonna go back to Silva. I'll load up that save file and then I'll show you what it looks like. I'm probably gonna have to alt tab and alt F4 my game once I'm in that save file. And the crazy part was I spent months playing Astroneer at 1 FPS because of my gas. And at the time I was playing it on my old computer, which had like potato specs. This one's a lot nicer, but it still can't handle it. So that's how I know people are lying when they're like, ah, bro, I had like 100k hiders. I'm like, you dirty liar. There's no computer that can handle that right now. F to doubt. Okay. I think pre-funnel drop was save file. We'll see. Might not be this one. I don't remember. Yeah, no problem. I have fond memories of this game. It's definitely one of my top games of all time, just in terms of replayability. It's not like I'm gonna have an amazing time every time I'm playing it, but it just has so much freedom and flexibility in the sandbox. I could always come back and tinker around, and you know, I'm always gonna have fun with that. Same with No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky it's more janky, but there's more magic to it because things are more broken, whereas Astroneer is actually a very well-designed game for the most part. Also, the game isn't frozen, it's just loading. At least I think it's loading. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, my game wouldn't load anymore on my old PC. I couldn't play Astroneer for like a couple months until I built a new PC. Just for Astroneer. Okay. The reason why I have one jetpack on is because I know that I'm gonna die. So I'm gonna respawn from the shuttle and then I just put on the other jetpack. think this might be the wrong save file, but we'll see. This was something I was literally working on for months. Slowing at 1 FPS, yeah. Literally worked on this for months, and then creative mode came out, and I was so sad, dude. You wouldn't know how sad I was. Cause like after creative mode came out, someone just blew up the solo. He wrote a script, so every time he pushed left click, that it would spawn like 100 dynamite. And he was just flying around, spawning all this dynamite. And I was like, I did this by hand, you know? I did this by hand. It was taking me months, and some guy did it like in the span of like a couple minutes. Okay. Okay, I guess I dropped this already. Weird. Oh no, there it is, there it is. So what happens is, when you drop an item down a long vertical tunnel, it stops rendering, so it clogs up until you get close enough, and you just kind of force it down by stepping on it. Okay, and the reason why it slows down and chunks at 1 FPS is that it's calculating the physics of all the canisters individually as it's falling and as they're hitting each other, and it makes a horrendous sound of the canisters hitting each other over and over again. Now I think we're close to 1 FPS now, yeah. It took me months. I live streamed this, you know? That's all I was doing. Every day, all day. Oh god, yeah, it's unplayable now. What's up? You should make a demo factory that takes up half of 8 tracks. Oh, okay, challenge accepted. I don't know if my game is gonna run. That's gonna take months. Just have 8 tracks is big, dude. What? Can I have a moon? Can I do it on a moon? A moon is way smaller. Alright, you know what? We'll produce a dynamite factory that's literally half a planet. By the way, here's a pro tip. The solo? Oh, heck yeah. Well, here's a pro tip. Let's say you want to make a factory to blow up a planet and you want to do it in a normal save file. What you want to do is you want to produce dynamite or gas on a moon, and then you kind of want like to dig a hole underneath your atmospheric condensers so that you can just drop the gas right into the hole right as it's being produced. If your gas can is 1/5 full, you see the yellow bar right there showing how full it is. A gas can that's 1/5 full will still do the same explosive damage as a full gas can. So if you want to speed that process up, you just want to yoink it as soon as it spawns on the condenser and just drop it into a hole. And just surround yourself with condensers and just keep yoinking it, and then you go 5 times faster, you know? Yeah, this is, I'll blow it up too. I don't know if I can do it, but we'll see. By the way, there was a change in Astroneer that made doing this impossible, alright? So before, what would happen is the terrain is gone, but the resources will stay. They'll stay unmined, they'll be floating in the air, or they'll be gone, alright? Now what happens is when you explode something, it will harvest those resources. So all the resources that are in the explosive radius will be turning into nuggets and then falling down again. So if you want to do this now, and in the current version, it's near impossible because it will just crash. Because it's just too much calculations that it's running when it's turning all the resources into nuggets and rendering them and then calculating the physics on it. It's too much. Is it gonna crash when you set it off? Yeah, it'll crash now. Before it would just it would crash, but I can reload it if I saved it, and the explosion would have saved. But now it just dies. What would happen? Yeah, if you explode a planet now, everything that was there will turn into nuggets and to just slowly fall down into the center. Another thing they changed was before you had unlimited terrain destruction and manipulation, so there were no limits, but now they have a semi-limit in place because the save file will take forever to load if it has to save all of that in memory. So they reduce the amount of terrain destruction that you can do, which is kind of sad. Before you could theoretically destroy a whole planet, but it would probably slow your game down a lot. Okay, this is too slow. I can't move right now. I think this is slower than 1 frame per second. Yeah, it's yeah, 1/3 of a frame every second. It's roughly 3 seconds per frame now. I mean, 3 seconds to have 1 frame. I'm just gonna alt F4 my game. Ah. Much better now. Alright, let's call it quits there. Alright, I think I'm gonna work on my build. I do games coverage. If you look at my YouTube channel, I love covering games, but if I have spare time in between, I think I'm gonna work on my build full time now because I want to finish it. I want to get onto the vending machine bit because I really want to work on that. Alright, let me say my thanks and get out of here. At the end of every stream, I like to give a shout out to anyone who chatted at least one time. If you want me to drop any links, if you want me to promote anything for you, let me know and I will do it. Yeah, that was broken. It used to work better, but now I don't know why, but it's like it takes way longer. I used to be able to drop into the center and at least set off a dynamite. I got Matthew Wortman. Thanks for dropping by, dude, and good luck on your finals. Hope it goes well. We got Bentley Massengale. Thanks for dropping by, dude. Appreciate it. Zago Jovanovic, also known as Grape315 Hungry on Twitch. Thanks for dropping by, Grape. I'll poke you if you want to play some League. We got Argus X77. Thanks for dropping by, dude, and I hope you're feeling better, man. I mean, there's not much I can do to help, but yeah. I hope I could do something. We got Jake Finnegan. Thanks for dropping by, dude. Then don't worry about missing streams. I'm always going to be streaming. You know, as long as nothing goes horribly wrong, you know, I'm still alive. I have my computer and an internet. I'll be streaming for the foreseeable future. And scrolling through. I need a bot to take care of this. I didn't make one yet. Finest Flame. What's up, dude? Yeah, you know what? I will mentally log that idea. Let me write this down so I can give you credit. A dynamite factory that takes up half of a moon. I need my pen. Okay. Finest Flame. For my note, I wrote down Dino Factory, 1/2 moon. That should be enough to trigger that memory. Enough keywords there. Alright. And you'll join the Discord? Yeah, no problem. My Discord is there just for you to contact me if you want to. I don't really do anything with my Discord other than I have some friends there that use it a lot. I use it mostly to hop into audio, voice chat with my buddies when I'm playing Apex. But yeah, I don't post anything in there. Most of the time I don't. Maybe some of my videos if I make one, but yeah. Thanks for joining it. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to reach me, Discord is the best way. First best way, and second best way is Steam, because if I'm not on Discord or Steam, I'm not at my computer. But just let me know if you add me on Steam, because if I don't know who you are, I'm gonna ignore it, because I had a lot of scammers and botters trying to steal my account. You guys might have encountered it too. People leave a message on your profile saying like, "Oh, I accidentally reported your profile. Please get in contact with me quickly so I can fix this." That's a scam message. Don't fall for it, okay? How do I join your Discord? You don't have to join it. I can just drop a link if you want. Give me a second. Uh-oh. No! Oh, I lost my control panel. Give me 1 second. I need to make a bot. I made my own bot for Twitch, but I didn't make one for YouTube yet. It's a shame. All right. All right. I only have a couple of rules. Oh, this is my Discord. I don't know why that popped up. Okay. There are a lot of people that use it for work, so I would appreciate it if you try to keep your posts safe for work. Sometimes people won't. I'm like, all right, whatever. I try to exercise free speech as much as possible, so you're free to post whatever you want or have an opinion. I don't care what your ideology is. I really don't care. But yeah, if you can keep it safe for work if possible, sometimes it doesn't happen. It's like, whatever, and then try to be as civil as possible. It's okay to have arguments. Sometimes it happens. I would like to stay away from politics if possible, but sometimes people post stuff and then we get into discussions and it gets a little bit heated. And for the most part, it's civil, But yeah. Okay, that's pretty much it, and please don't spam if possible. Again, there are a lot of older working adults in that Discord, and they don't like getting that notification. I tell them, why don't you just mute it, and they won't mute it. So I'm like, just server mute all the servers you join. That's what I do, but people won't mute it, so they don't want to get a notification unless, it's someone actually typing something. And by spam, I mean like posting 30 posts in the span of like 10 seconds. I'm like, that's kind of spam right there. That's about it. You can do whatever you want. You can find people to talk to there. It's usually dead, and I like it that way. It's okay, but yeah, you can message me directly if you want. I use Discord and Steam the most. All right, see you later. Thanks for dropping by. See you later, Finest Flame. See you later, Jake. I'm gonna be taking a short break and I'll be hopping on Genomius Sky. I might start streaming Astroneer on Twitch too. I want to finish this build ASAP so I can make a video on it and then move on to the vending machine part, which I'm the most excited for. Anyways, hope you have a nice weekend, and I'll catch you guys next time. I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll see you guys later.